Good afternoon. It's Jennifer. I'm back. Today I'm doing the full deck challenge 3 from @Shanuki_Art. This is card 12. The prompts today were holes and drippy paint. So I prepped stuff early because I wanted the paint to be dry. So you can see that I had done a couple of different colors on a card, and this is the card that's going to be going down. Stuff's going to go into that. So for this challenge, I used some of the Distressed Oxide from Tim Holtz, some Burnt Sienna, that's the color right there, and then some liquid acrylic. This is gold. That's what the gold here is. This is one of my favorite color combos. And so I punched some holes in the card. These were holes here. What I'm carrying over from last week is some of the paper that I put the textured paste on for this card. Actually, I updated this card a little. From last week, I added a flower here and a flower there. I think it needed more, so. But the paper that's behind here, that is what I'm carrying over this week. And it's going to be going behind the, sorry, I had it all set up last night. Anyway, it's going to be going behind there, so let me get that attached. It has to go under there. Whoop, sorry. Whoa. Now that I've just done that all wonky, I wanted a little bit of the white to show, but I didn't want it to be. So that's going to go there. Yeah, perfect. And then I need to put, I had a tiny piece here because there's how did I just line that up and it doesn't line up now? There it is. I just need to put a little piece right there to cover, or for the one hole. This one, whew, I prepped the paper and then I sort of stared at it for a day or so. I'm not great with things like drippy paint. I wasn't quite sure what to do. What is going on here? It was like sticking to. So I wasn't. I'm not, like I have mentioned, I'm sure 100 times before in these few videos I've done, I'm not great with, I don't know a lot about collage. I have a piece I'm going to put on the back of here too, but not right now. Yeah, so you can see I sprayed the stuff on and then dripped it around, ran it into each other. And I do like the effect of it. I like what looks like, to me, watercolor. And so on each of mine, I'm carrying over a label. Sorry, I had this. And I'm going to be putting on this, essentially a watercolor hummingbird. Oof, I can't talk today. Making any sense. I think I had it a little more down here like this. And yeah, I wanted something on the card, and this is, I think I got these at Beverly's, and it's kind of a watercolor cutout. So I wanted to put it on here. And then I'm also putting this. I'm just getting glue everywhere today. Hold on a second. I thought I was ready to go, forgot my baby wipe. So I also have these, the pieces that I punched out. I wanted to kind of put them around in different places. Maybe there. So that it wasn't, I mean, I wouldn't have wasted them anyway. I would have held on to them because I like punched out holes. I punched out circles. Decorating stuff. And then, so that's it so far. Can you see it? Sorry. I just realized I'm like all crooked. And then I'm gonna, I put the one bigger circle at the top because I'm gonna put the card number on that for this week. Like up here. How was everybody's Thursday going? It's been kind of a, I don't know. I don't feel like I got much done this week. Which sort of sucks. But I did get some really nice time in with my daughter on her days off. Every other week she goes to see her boyfriend who lives 2 hours away. And so I always appreciate the weeks that she doesn't go up there because I usually get to see her a lot more. Sorry, this is not coming off. I think it's, I don't know. I love being her mom, but I also love being an adult with her. So like we went thrifting yesterday and went to a stationery store that I like to visit but don't go to very often because it always costs me a lot of money because I love paper items. Then I'm going to be putting, I always like to put what the prompt was, so I will be printing that out later on the printer and then sticking it on there. And then I'm trying to decide if I need, this is going to, oh, so this is the one that's going to go on the back. I had two different, so I'm just going to put this on the back. I like to put what the same challenge sort of situation on the back as that's on the front. Yeah, that's, and then I had And I told you before I was going to think about it. I had it picked out this week. Yes. So this week is Be Your Beautiful Self. Let's see. Do I like that there? I do actually. But I was thinking that maybe I needed to punch out another one or two. Oh, here it is. I don't know. I was thinking that I needed a little more, at least another circle on here, maybe. Maybe at the top. I used a really big label here because I wanted it to be, I wanted to use the orange, but I did not have very many orange circles. That seems to be a color I use a lot on labels. So I would like to add that. Let's just add this up here. I think that'll look good. Oh, there. Wow. Okay, so let's go over what I'm supposed to do here. We have holes. I mean, they've been covered up. We have drippy paint, using the different paint colors I showed you. We have a label that's my carryover every week. And then the paper behind here is from last week's card. And then this here will be what the challenge was for the card, or the prompt. I just want to have that for future. So I can look back on it and know what it was for. And then I added a hummingbird, which I thought fit really nicely. It was very nicely watercolored, along, you know, in the same colors. I got that at Michael's. Might have been a Recollections thing. They were already, you know, they're like cutouts that you buy in a package. I don't have the package anymore. I try to organize all my things. So when you do buy the package, it comes with a bunch of birds. And most of them are watercolored. Like, here's a couple. But I keep all my birds in the same bird packaging. You know, I mean, container. There's another one. These are all things that come in and they're just white. I trimmed this one really closely around it because I didn't want very much white. And then I did put a little bit of, not stamping, but I used a little bit of this ink, Distress ink. What color is that? Linen. I just wanted to tone down the white a little. So around the edges, I used a sponge and stamped that a little. And let me, so yeah, this is what I'm going to do. So this is the paper I made on my jelly plate, I don't know, months and months ago. And this is the one that I put the texture paste on. And now I'm just going to use this to back to put on here, to put on the back of the card, just so it fits with the theme. So yeah, that is it today. I'm very, very happy with the way it came out. I was nervous about what I was going to do, and this one has come out even better than I thought it would, so I'm very happy. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope you have a really great day. See you next week for card 13.